This week was a good one. First open water swim, longest pool swim, new time trial setup on the bike, first run back from an off week. So all small victories. And yeah, I think we're kind of skin stoked for the Olympic in 2 weeks. So we'll take a look at the open water swim in the ocean. Pretty crazy. Not sure why I decided to do that, but learned a lot. Got what I needed out of it. And so, yeah, we did it. Week done. Check out the rest. Okay, it's Monday. About 7 days into the injury recovery, the hamstring LCL runner's knee. Today, what I'm going to start to try to do is kind of load back up so I don't detrain, lose any of that fitness. So the goal is I'm going to go swim and do 1,000 meters, just consecutive 1,000 meters. This is going to, tell me how my conditioning is feeling and how my leg feels. It's relatively low effort, right, for the leg. And 2, it's going to let me know if I should confirm the sign up for the Olympic triathlon today, which I'm pretty sure I am, but just want to see how I'm feeling, right? I don't want to sign up and pay money for something that's 2 weeks out that my body doesn't feel ready for. So we're going to do 1,000 meters consecutively. So hopefully just under 20 minutes in and out of there. And then kind of recap after the swim. So let's go ahead to the pool. 1,000 meters in 20 minutes. So pretty stoked on that. 2 minutes per 100 meters. Pretty average pace, but coming out of injury. And again, I'm not pushing to be the greatest swimmer, right? I don't think the extra 10 minutes it might save me is going to make a huge game changer. I think just continue to work on my endurance and conditioning, so that way I can start using less energy and hold 2 minutes, especially if we're going downstream in the swim. But leg was fine, didn't really acknowledge it or feel it, which is good. So overall happy with that 1,000 meter break-in. Tomorrow, I'm not sure if I want to test out the bike for a little bit or do a run, but we'll see how I'm feeling in the afternoon. Today we're going to do our first run. It's been about 10 days on the rest from the knee pain, runner's knee, LCL, hamstring, whatever it is, IT bands. We're going to do the first run, probably the slowest mile or so that I'll run, just to really feel it out for 10 or 15 minutes and see what the comfort levels are. So pretty stoked on that. It feels pretty good. Did quite a bit of stretching. We'll do a little bit of stretching before. So we'll do that and then kind of head over to the coast for a couple days. So the goal is to do the first open water swim, maybe not that long, but 15, 20 minutes in the ocean. So got to make sure to pack the wetsuit, but first we're going to hit this run. Okay. 1 mile, 10:30. I think I figured it out. Notice when I run, I think I'm pronating, so rolling my foot outward. When I do that, I can feel it on my IT band. So I think the move is going to be get some insoles to help me from pronating. Because when I want to run flat, fine. Pronate, you can feel it a little bit. So that's the goal. Finish this up and then head to the coast. Here at the beautiful Oregon coast on July 26th. It's a beautiful 60 degrees and misting. We're going to do our first open water swim. There's an ocean over here and there's like a little bay over here. So let's see what the ocean is. Yeah, the bay's moving quick. We'll see how the ocean looks now. We might make our way back here. Got the ever trusty body glide in the wetsuit, so we'll do it. Maybe over there. The wetsuit's on. Apparently this is an absurd idea for a first open water swim, but probably only gonna do maybe like 200 meters. Just really want to make sure how the wetsuit feels is the goal. Like I'm not worried about swimming in an ocean because that's not what the race will be. And then in 2 weeks we have a lake swim for the Olympic triathlon. So not too pressed. We'll do about 200 meters. The director will walk alongside. It looks like what I'll try to do is just go through a little bit of this calmer strait, some down current, do that. So I don't even know if you can even hear me, but we'll do that. Cold, but 100 meters, minute 45. Salt water, not great, but wetsuit feels fine. Pretty stoked on swimming in the ocean because I hate the ocean, so we did that. Yeah, happy about the wetsuit. Felt super buoyant. It is tough because you don't have a line of sight. You're just used to the bottom lane of the pool. So yeah, salt water tastes different. You move a little quicker. You know, you have a couple like oh shit moments when the tide is coming back, the current or whatever. But pretty stoked for a river. Stoked for the lake. Feels good. So glad I don't have to swim in an ocean for land. Awful. So, stoked. The wetsuit works. That's what we wanted to find out. Now we just continue to rest and see how the lake feels in a couple of days. Back from the coast. Now we're gonna go get an insole made. Probably be like $100, so more money. But you can kind of, I've been noticing on my sneakers, the outside of my heel, the heel striker is wearing off quicker, so definitely supinating, I think, going outwards, which is causing that stress on that IT band. So we're gonna go through this process, see what video I can get, and cross our fingers that this takes a little bit of stress off of the IT bands, along with obviously some kind of PT and strength training to make sure that we're doing everything we can to prevent this, because everything else feels fine, but there's the annoyance and pain of like an IT band running on the side of your knee, where you can like directly feel like almost like an ice pick. Doesn't sound pleasant for a 26.2 mile run after 112 miles on the bike. So we're gonna do this. Hopefully it helps. Got to run tomorrow too, so let's go pick that up. Saturday, I got the insoles in the shoes. It was just like super busy in there, so I didn't film anything obviously, but today's, I guess, the big test. We got 45 minutes, zone 2, so 9:30, but we'll really see how the knee, the hamstring, LCL, IT band, whatever it is, starts to feel. Hoping that it feels good for 45, because if it doesn't, then we'll get a little more problematic zone. So we'll do that, 45 minutes, just around the track. I think I'm gonna go the reverse way, so I don't have to step on the left side through the turn to give it a little bit more of a break. And then I just wanted to keep it flat today instead of downhill, uphill, negative splits. So we'll do that, we'll run, and then we'll check in at 45 minutes. All right, we just did the track workout, 4.9 miles, 9:11 pace. Yeah, I think we figured it out. I think sometimes you got to be wise enough to realize that, like, during that run I realized it's just a weakness. So I have to do some more IT band, glute type exercises, some band work, resistant band, but happy with the results. Knee doesn't hurt, which is nice, so the time off helps. I can tell I was a little overcompensating on my right leg. Just that hip flexor's a little tight, but just gonna add some of those strength training exercises in, and hopefully we're good. I mean, even at that level, not the strongest. I felt like I could go 20 miles after a long bike, so. So this is the new time trial position I'll be riding for Ironman California. Today's the first ride back, so good news, I'm riding, leg feels good. Bad news, my Zwift streak has ended, but been riding this for, it'll be 90 minutes at the end of the session. Been rode in this position for 75, 80, so instantly noticeably comfortable, lower heart rate, What I think I need to do is activate my glutes, my quads. So I'm hamstring dominant, which might be what happened in this injury. But at the end of this session, we'll gone about 28.5 miles, 90 minutes. So right on pace for what I want to do for the race.